Civil society groups have come together in Pretoria for a week-long regional workshop on human trafficking. Participants came from across Southern Africa, including Eswatini, South Africa and beyond, each bringing unique perspectives on how trafficking intersects with migration, gender-based violence, poverty and exploitation. Talita Kum, South Africa National Coordinator, Sister Jane Mohlala, joins us for more. A very good evening to you, Sister Jane. Thank you for your time. Talk to us about the impact that this dialogue is having as the conversations all center around the impact of human trafficking and what it means as the scourge continues to grow.
Good evening to all the listeners of the SABC. Sister Jane Francis has introduced. I'm the coordinator, of course, of Talita Kum, South Africa, an anti-human trafficking network from the faith-based community. Mm-hmm. And of course, yes, over the weekend, we had a workshop. I would rather call it a training for leaders, because we had all leaders from the southern region gathered together in Pretoria in a place called Padre Pio Center. And the aim of the purpose of having them on board, it was, this scourge of human trafficking, the modern day slavery. And it is affecting every part of our nation, and it is a global problem. And we realize that now we are approaching the G20 summit, mm-hmm. and it is proper to inform our leaders that they get this information in and partake in the fight against human trafficking.
What are some of the trends that have come forward as you look at this on a more global scale? Because if we have to look at some of the recent examples that we've seen in South Africa, in some of the country's leafy suburbs where foreign nationals are housed and, with neighbors and residents being surprised, like in the instance of in Lombardy East, north of Johannesburg, where neighbors saw foreign nationals, some even as young as 16 years, really escaping, some naked, trying to escape after being housed and locked in this house, an unsuspecting house, we just get an indication of how large a scale human trafficking is.
Yeah, truly what you're saying is true, because human trafficking, it doesn't have eyes. That is why it is called human trafficking, because it doesn't have eyes, whether you from what kind of a family. It doesn't have eyes to see that social status in a person. So it involves each human or created being. So, including, we thought, we cannot fight alone. So we included the leaders from every church or denomination. From Swaziland, they were here. From Botswana, they were here in Pretoria. And we are grateful that at least they did heed the call, because it is a global problem. So, coming together or calling them to attend this leadership course, mm-hmm. we thought, this would increase awareness, because most of our leaders, they are not on board because they don't know what really entails around the issue of human trafficking. And we also thought, as leaders, people on the grassroots level, they have gained trust in these people. They work with them every day to day, and they know that what are they suffering and what they are passing through. So we said, okay, These will help in mobilizing the community, involving the leaders. They will listen to as they address them, and as they will also take this information to their different congregations and raising awareness. These will support the anti-trafficking effort within the community, within the society. And these also coming together, it was like a platform where, collaboration opportunities, it was a platform for that. And in this leadership course, we also really emphasized that, since they are from different stakeholders, and we did have the police.
So, Sister Jane, if you'll allow me there just to interrupt you for the sake of time, as you mobilize the community and collaborate on the different challenges, which perhaps are similar to one extent, what stood out in terms of the trends that you're seeing in human trafficking? What are some of the similarities? How are they operating, those who are responsible and need to be put to account when it comes to human trafficking?
Yeah, it is just only the same way, because they work in syndicates, and they deceive people, and they're making empty promises, and these promises are too good to believe. So our people are not aware of these strategies they are using. So we realized and we know that they mimic a chameleon. Today, traffickers, they come with this strategy. Tomorrow, they come with another strategy as to not to be held responsible. But, coming together as different denominations, that it would be better that we reach out to the greater multitude of our population. And that is why we thought of involving the different churches, that at least they know the signs and symptoms of human trafficking and the strategies which can, together we can combat human trafficking. And we also could use the very same strategies as syndicate in a positive way in order to curb human trafficking. That at least we network, we emphasize the networking. And these calls which we had, it was a good example of networking, because even the organizers themselves, Talita Kum was in collaboration with South African Catholic Bishops Conference Group and the International Office for Migrants, which we call the IOM. So these are the things, because the IOMs are from the UN. So these are the people who actually go around the world, explaining this scourge of human trafficking and exploitation. So human trafficking, really, it rips out the dignity of our loved ones, and it targets even those vulnerable population. So we thought it is the responsibility of the church officials to come together now to address this in churches, because not all are going for social outside today, but the greater population also it's attending church. So if we get these on board, it will be helpful that at least we reach out to many people at once, and we are able to advocate for them against, especially in policy making, that we advocate together for policies that actually favors the vulnerable groups.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for speaking to us this evening. Talita Kum, South African National Coordinator, Sister Jane Mohlala, they're speaking to us about the impact of human trafficking